Here I've got the down pipe coming down, and well, it's not really in position because it's got a carving all in it, but we can see that some of this lip here where the body meets the floor meets the firewall, that's, you know, that comes out right through here. That's going to have to be trimmed so the downpipe can come through there, and maybe the air off the transmission right here that other people talked about shaving off to get their downpipes to clear. So so as you can see, I've already made a mark there and a mark right here with my sawzall, and I'm just going to cut through there and try and get that thing through there. Try and capture it the best I can on camera, but it's kind of hard to deal with the camera having a good view and being able to actually do the work myself. So you just have to bear with me best I can if you're actually having to do this. I mean, you know what this looks like, so I'm just trying to give you the best reference I can as to what you're going to have to do. It's hard to get this sawzall in here with this battery on the back of it. It'd be better if I had one that was plugged in the wall. Now that first piece here, this is actually just a heat shield that I'm scratching. This up here, that's the actual seam that we'll be cutting. But first I gotta get the heat shield wall out of the way. Hopefully I don't have to remove much of it, because I gotta keep it there. I just want to cut them off with the saw. So you can see that made a whole lot of difference. Cutting that right there. As you can see, it's still having trouble clearing. I'd also heard about people taking that bolt there out on the transmission. If that's what I gotta do, that's gonna be easy enough. But I'll do just a little bit more trimming on that, and it doesn't look like it needs too much more to go. In the meantime, I'll take that transmission bolt out. I think that's an 18mm. 3/4 inch socket will get that transmission bolt out. And wouldn't you know it, the camera's in the way. Hell, I didn't put this in here. You don't need the impact gun to get it off. Here I got my salt charged up a little bit more. Hopefully I can get through this before the night gets here. It's about 20 degrees outside. It's awful cold, so I don't hurry and go inside. Now let's see what happens when I shove that down pipe in there. And there we go. I actually got it to go in, and looks like it'll line up. I'm gonna do some checking here real quick. So yeah, guys, I got my down pipe in, transmission in, and everything. So yeah, I got my down pipe in, no problem. I don't know if you can, how well you can see or not, but that's what you got to do. Is you just got to cut that lip off. I didn't even use a hammer. I just cut it off. And as you've seen, it's really not that hard or even time consuming to do. And no, I didn't have to cut that ear off the transmission either. Just like the first time I did this. The ear's still on mine. That's what you got to do, though. That's what you got to do. It's no big deal. It's just a little piece of aluminum, but my down pipe's got plenty of room to move around there before it starts banging stuff. So anyway, that's how you modify your floor to get that in there. And here you see the down pipe's all clamped up to the turbo. It's dark now, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to show I finally got that on there. I was pretty lazy the last couple of days when I could have had that done in no time at all. The real work on this, not even quite an hour. Now, removing it, that takes probably maybe an hour. But I'll tell you, the best way to remove it is just cut your cover head off and it'll drop on down. But you may not be able to get it like that. I wasn't my first time, my second time I sure was. But as you can see, that steel fuel line I made fit perfectly, didn't need to modify it. Nice and snug. Here's the underneath side with the both sections of down pipe back in. I used that 2x4 there to make sure to help position my down pipe for my exhaust, to make sure that it wasn't gonna rub. It's hard to see, but Anyway, it's not touching the exhaust. The first time I put one in there, and it's revving the exhaust right there, and it's starting to try and wear a little small hole in my down pipe. So make sure that your down pipe's not rubbing anything, because it will rub a hole in it. And as you can see there, the air's still on my transmission. It's not necessary to do that. It probably does help to take out that transmission bolt, which is not a problem at all. So anyway, that's where my exhaust will come out for right now, because there is no more exhaust in my truck. I chopped it all out. Eventually I'll put some 4-inch all the way back, but for now they'll have to do it.